I'm at Seatstory Cup. This is Artosis. We're doing an interview. This is day one of the Hearthstone tournament that he's here participating in.
And the StarCraft tournament.
Are you playing in that too?
No, but I'm helping to cast it, of course.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm excited because this is the first time I've ever been here. Have you ever been to one of these?
No, this is my first. Like, I've been dying to go to one of these forever now. And finally, this one fit my schedule, so here I am.
Are you sad that you're missing the Soul Terran, or maybe not the Soul Terran, but the crazy GSL groups that are going on?
Yeah, it's really sad to me that I'm missing those, but you know, I've been wanting to go to this for a long time, and I'm going to IM Katowice like right after. And after I watched that last year, I was like, I have to go next year to that because the crowd was just so crazy. So it sucks, but
you know, that funny format this time.
Yeah, that's definitely a funny format. I'm just excited to be out here for these two events. Like, these are two that I really wanted to do this year.
Are you gonna win the Hearthstone tournament?
I wouldn't say I'm the favorite. If I can get past Nimsh.
Why aren't you the favorite? Didn't you win the BlizzCon? Aren't you like the reigning Hearthstone dude? World champion guy?
I mean, sure I won that, but there's been a lot of other stuff since then that I didn't win, so I mean...
You're the, whatever Bonjour is for Hearthstone.
Yeah, I guess I would just be Bonjour.
Cardjoie.
If I win this, we can call me the Bonjour. How about that?
All right. I watched Fight Night, you versus Monk.
No, you shouldn't. You should not have watched that. That was. Did you watch the other ones?
I watched
because the other ones were fine, but the one versus Monk was pretty bad.
I only watched one game because that's the one that Monk told me to watch. He told me to watch just this one specific game, and there's an interesting play that happened there. You want to take us through what happened?
I guess that you're talking about the Warrior game.
Yes.
Yes. Well, here's.
How did you?
It was pretty bad.
Walk me through your.
It was pretty bad. Basically, what it is I've already found my Artosis pylon in Hearthstone, and no one will shut up about it. You know, a lot of cards you can target minions on either side, and this just hadn't come up for me. Actually, what's the funny part is that Crip watches my stream some, and he told me actually this happened to me like 2 weeks before on my stream or something, and I was like, really? Oh my god, that makes it even worse. But I tried to execute my minion, it didn't work, and I lost because of it. It was pretty brutally embarrassing.
Well, to be fair, if the mechanic worked the way you thought it did, it was not a bad play.
It would have been a fantastic play, really. I would have had like 2 Karn Bloodhoofs out, and he would have had nothing, and I 100% would have won the game, like without any problem.
And the response on Reddit was interesting to that.
Was it? I stayed off the internet while that aired.
Okay, all right.
I had that planned. When I walked away from that game, like the first thing I said when I got to the couch is, I have to stay off the internet when this airs.
Oh God. Okay. Well then, if you're not the favorite for this, who is?
You know, I gotta say the favorite is probably the either Savitz or Strifecrow. I think they're.
Is that how you say his name?
That's how he says it because he's Finnish. Yeah, no, I know. He looks like Savages.
It's perfect.
Right? That's what I thought, and it's a better ID too. But you know, people make me feel bad all the time because I always mispronounce names, and that's how it gets said because I commentate a lot. So I'm trying to be nice and fix that. But
what's that ability? The Science Vessel ability?
Irradiate? No, irradiate. Right?
You always said irradiate.
I know.
For your entire life.
Here's the thing: I like grow up in like my home. You know, playing video games all the time. I never talk to people. When I'm going to talk to my mom, be like, Mom, I irradiated the Mutalisks or something. Even if I said irradiate the Mutalisks, she'd be like, okay, I don't even care. I'm not listening to you. But, like, you know, it's normal to, like, I called them Archons and Zealots. And how are you going to figure this out on your own?
So you're a Hearthstone player now. You're also casting Hearthstone sometimes. Do you feel... like professionally, would you rather be a caster or a player? Or both, or whatever? Professionally,
it's a caster. I mean, a caster's stable, and it's what I'm much better at than playing, that's for sure.
One BlizzCon, though.
That's true, and I mean, I'm continuing to play, so I'm doing okay with it, and it's fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's a blast, like, go around and play with these guys. Like, it's a lot of the same guys going to events in the beginning of Hearthstone, so made some good friendships and having a good time.
Do you think Blizzard has big plans for the game competitively?
I don't know that they're gonna do too much with the game competitively. Like, they'll help us a little bit by giving us like spectator modes and stuff, so that content isn't the hardest thing to make ever, like it is right now. But I don't know. They're not going to make like a WCS or something like that. And I think it's better that way. Just let the community and the organizers do what they want with the game.
And so we can ban that Pagel ourselves.
Yeah. Well, I heard it's getting nerfed. So hopefully.
What are they going to you draw half a card?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can do it. But
you nerf it, like,
bringing him down
isn't it,
to
like,
3 health
useless?
is enough to make him almost unplayable.
Yeah. So like, isn't it just like they nerf him and just like we'll never see him again?
I hope so. I hope so. He's a piece of shit. Like that card needs to go.
All right. How do you deal with the criticism? A lot of people hating on you for doing more than just StarCraft.
I mean, I guess I'm going through that phase that Day 9 had to go through, right? Where it's like you've done so much in StarCraft and you're doing just a little bit of something else. Like I still spend most of my time doing StarCraft stuff at home, but the haters, man, they're there and they're real, I guess, and they're very vocal. But I don't really care. Screw them.
Do you? Would you be a StarCraft player if you could?
I mean, I've always really wanted to go back to that, and in fact, if Hearthstone hadn't come out, I'd probably be playing at this Home Story Cup because I always I wanted to come and play and cast it, just to see how I could do. But no, I mean, it's so competitive at this point, and I have like a baby and a wife and stuff, and how do I do that, right? Like it's. If I was like as good as MC or something, I guess I could consider doing that, but like the amount of stress and pressure, it doesn't make sense for me.
How old's your child now?
2.
Oh my God, you're
crazy.
A father.
I know.
Jesus.
When are you gonna get on that?
Huh? When am I gonna get on what? Having a child?
Yeah, man, they're awesome. They're so cute.
I'm gonna go ahead and just add no plans for me to have any children. I might adopt one. That would be cool. If he was like really awesome. Maybe.
Wait till he's already awesome.
Yeah, like
maybe he won't
I need
be
to
up
know.
For adoption then.
I need to know how he's gonna turn out. I can't just pop out a little bit version of me. Like that's crazy. Like I'm not gonna handle that. No way. But what's the domestic life like? What have you been learning about yourself as a parent? Do you have to stay up late and like wake up and like change her and stuff?
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this age, you don't really need to as much, but
okay.
I did some of that before and. I don't know. It's crazy, man. Like it takes a lot of time, and but it's like very, very rewarding. I quite enjoy it.
So it's like really hard, like right in the beginning, and then it's like hard. It's like okay for a while, and then it's hard at certain ages, right?
Yes.
So
and that's
when is the
where
next phase that's hard?
It's going on right now. Like the terrible 2s or whatever is like so much harder. Like I far preferred it when like. She would just cry and need milk or something in the middle of the night, or like poop her pants and cry or something. But like at this age, it's now like
what is she doing?
There's temper tantrums. There's like she gets very needy about things and stuff, and it's just like, for instance, to put her down at night, you got to lay in her room until she falls asleep. What? Because otherwise she cries.
You can condition her to not have to have that, right?
Well, we're working on it, but it's hard.
Just get one of those, those Japanese body pillows. You need to get one of those really large ones and just put yourself onto
one of those dolls.
Yeah, and then just hang it in the room. Because that won't mess her up. I mean, she'll be fine.
No, that sounds really good. Kind of like that board that they covered in fur that they made the baby monkey think it was its mother. Kind of like that.
Sure.
Sounds like a good plan.
Are you looking forward to when she becomes a teenager and you have to deal with boyfriends and stuff?
I'm hoping to make a rule where she can't date till she's 40. But
you can make a rule that they have to play you in StarCraft. StarCraft 4 or whatever is out.
The problem is I live in Korea, so
that's right.
She'll probably find somebody who can beat me, right?
When she's like in 6th grade, like, Dad, I met some kid on the playground. It's like, I'll play him in StarCraft, and he's like got 400 APM.
That could happen. So maybe not StarCraft. I don't even know what I could beat a little Korean kid at, so let's just skip over that.
It's hard. Height, maybe?
Okay, as soon as they're taller than me, you can date them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
So you're a father. Does that make you think about life a little more conservatively?
Kind of, yeah, a little bit. Like,
I shouldn't get like super wasted tonight, or like I shouldn't do this risky thing that I normally would do.
Well, I never do risky things because I'm afraid, but
just in general,
no,
you're just afraid.
Just in general, I guess I've like calmed down a little bit and stuff. I'm like, you know, definitely not partying as much and stuff like that. You know, she gets me up pretty early in the morning, so I don't stay up as late and all that stuff. Also, you know, financially, I have to be more careful and stuff. Like, I can't take maybe as big of risks as before, although I haven't really. I'm talking about like career-wise or financially wise, but I haven't really toned that part down as much as, I don't know, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, but definitely a little bit more conservative now for sure.
So your plans for the future, you have anything coming up that we need to know about?
No, not really. I mean, I'm going to be casting as much StarCraft and Hearthstone as possible this year and just doing my thing, you know.
Wolf's stealing your co-caster, by the way. They're getting some... They're casting GSL right now without you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm
sad?
over here. Someone has to do it, right? And now it's okay because Tasteless will always be mine. Wolf can't possibly steal him from me. He can't begin to, you know, having a few nights with Tasteless, he can't even begin to understand what our relationship is.
Wolf's on the outside. He's an outsider looking in right here.
Yeah, I mean, he can come in and sub for me sometimes, and I'll look the other way. But at the end of the day, Tasteless is going to come home to me.
Okay. Have you been keeping up with, you know, like all the developments going on with you know, like the discussion, all that stuff about imbalance and like what races are stronger or what are not?
Yeah, I mean,
you want to give us your thoughts about that?
Yeah, sure. I think it's like hilarious because it's like most people just spend more time bitching and moaning than practicing to overcome the imbalances. But you know, I keep up with it and. It's fun to see the opinions like sway back and forth, and as people get better and understand more like the way that it works, you know, it just StarCraft goes through these ups and downs, and yeah, Protoss just had like this ridiculous strong streak, but I think that's going to start going away. This new patch is going to help out a lot, and it'll just kind of go back to normal, and then it'll swing some other way.
And so, what are your predictions? Who's going to win these upcoming things? Like, who's gonna give me your winners for all three regions? I want to see if you can curse them.
Okay, Tasia, obviously, right?
Okay.
Korea is actually kind of hard for me right now to choose because normally I would just say Sulky and be done with it, but he's out. So, like I said before the season started, like watch Maru win.
Oh my God, you just did it, didn't you?
I did it before the season started. I said that because everyone was whining so much about Terran.
You did it.
Yeah, and so. I could see that happening. I could see Maru pulling through, especially with the new patch and everything.
Sorry, Maru fans.
Europe, I find like a lot harder to actually end up guessing. Like, thing is, I think that Terran's going to be doing a bit better. Maybe, I mean, maybe MMA or something. But I don't know. I have to study.
Terrans are going to win all three.
Dude, Terran is Terran is the race where like, and it was in StarCraft 1 as well. If you put in the time. It's so good, right? And now with this new patch and the little buffs and stuff, I don't know. Maybe those were the people that came to mind. So I don't know.
Okay, and okay, all right. And what about IEM? Who's gonna win Katowice?
Oh God, I shouldn't even guess. I don't. Who is gonna win Katowice? I don't even want to.
You don't even want to. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
It's like this next week, and people are.
Does this curse someone?
Like, the thing is, it's like funny to an extent, but then it gets to the point where it's like, why are there 3 threads on Reddit about me cursing someone and no threads about how good these fucking games are? And that bugs me. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut about that.
Well, you're picking 1 out of 16 people, so it's most likely that person's not gonna win. So
I'm not gonna. I abstain from this guess.
So,
sorry.
Okay, what have you been doing for fun lately?
You know, just spending time with the family.
No, but really, come on.
No, really, like if you
spending
look at
time with the family. That's just my off she's not
time.
gonna watch this.
Like, no, they definitely aren't. But
she's not. She can't even read yet. She doesn't understand.
No,
them.
she definitely can't read yet. That's sure.
So,
but no, seriously, if you look at like what my days are like right now, I'm either on an airplane, at an event, asleep.
Okay.
Studying StarCraft, studying Hearthstone, or playing with the baby, basically. That's like, I actually haven't gone out in a very long time and haven't really done much else. You know, I work like crazy, and the thing is, having 2 games to stay on top of is so hard. So much harder than 1 game.
It's almost twice as hard.
I would say that it's nearly twice as hard. It's
3 times as hard.
Almost, seriously, like... with how many VODs there are to watch of everything, and like keeping up on like every little shift in Hearthstone and every little shift in StarCraft, and playing enough of both, and it's just, it's ridiculous. It's really tough. And that leaves me with not much free time. So what have I been doing for fun? Well, sleeping. That's a fun part of the day for sure.
What about shows? You gotta keep meta going.
Yeah. I mean, meta, I actually do keep going, as much as people like to bitch and moan about that as well.
They bitch and moan about a lot. Like, I mean, like when you guys' documentary released, and there was a very controversial response to it. Like, there's some people like, yeah, it was pretty good, and then some people were just trashing it all over the place. What do you think about that?
You know, believe me, I was, myself and Tasteless were as sad as anyone that it didn't come out a bit better than it did. I thought that, like, some of the clips and some of the previews and stuff were fantastic, and I was really excited about it, but it didn't seem to be quite as good as I would have hoped, that's for sure, but, you know, I have no control.
Them's the breaks.
Them's the breaks, man.
Yeah. But, you know, like, would you be open to some project like that going forward? How would you do it differently?
With what? What do you mean?
Like a video documentary or something like that?
I don't even know, man. I'm not like a movie maker or anything, so it's hard to say. I'm not even sure where it all like went wrong or didn't go wrong, or where it went well. And you know, I'm not like a movie critic either, but it's I wish it would have hit the mark maybe a bit better.
That's fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Do you have any shout outs you want to give to people back at home? Obviously, little Artosis, female version.
Yeah, well, she's not going to watch this, you already said, so what's the point, right?
I love the name, by the way, your daughter's name.
Arya?
Yeah. But you guys don't spell it like the Game of Thrones character.
No, we don't.
You should.
No, well, I mean, that's a weird way to spell it, right? And then people would know for sure that we got it from that.
Yeah.
And you want to leave some, mystery.
Did you get it from that, though?
Yeah, but I didn't know, because like I was watching Game of Thrones, but it's hard for me to remember all the character names and stuff.
You didn't read the books, so you're not OG. You're
my wife read the books, so she basically we were brainstorming names. Well, I read the first one so far, but I'm a very slow reader. I don't have a lot of free time, as I said, so it's very hard for me to find time to read. But like
on a plane.
Yeah, no, I mean I read some on the plane and try to catch up on some shows.
Your wife's cool, man. She named her daughter after a game. I mean,
yeah,
that's awesome.
No, she's a nerd. It's cool. I mean, that's the way it is. But I mean, shout outs to everyone that I like, and slops to everyone I don't. I don't know.
Slops.
Yeah, props and slops.
We never had a slops segment on these. Maybe we should.
You should do props and slops instead of shout outs. Like everyone does shout outs nowadays, but
that's better.
It's more fun. First off, props and slops is like, it rhymes, which is great, and then slops is just funny to give out, like slops, like.
Okay. I'm gonna do that from now on. Yeah. This is your
slop solo liners and stuff.
Yeah.
So and of course props to my sponsor TT Sports and iHearthU.com. Definitely check that out. And yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks for the interview.
Hey, thank you, and good luck in the tournament. I hope you only have to use one deck today.
I hope so too.
All right, thanks.